Do you want to learn to speak English fluently in your next interview? Hi, I'm Bharat from learnenglishforwork.com. I have over 5 years of experience in the field of recruitment and I'm a TESOL certified teacher of English. In this video, I'm going to help you learn the basics of English grammar so that you can speak English fluently in an interview or in any work situation. So, what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which make complete sense and can stand alone. Have a look at the following examples. My name is Ajay. I am working as a sales executive. I am from Pune. These are all sentences as they make complete sense and can stand alone. Now, let us look at the two main parts of a sentence. A sentence can be divided into two main parts: the subject and the predicate. Together they form a sentence. Let's now learn more about the subject and the predicate. The subject tells us who or what the sentence is talking about. The predicate tells us what the subject is or does. To understand this better, have a look at these examples. I work as a software developer. To identify the subject, you have to first find out who or what the sentence is talking about. The sentence is talking about me working as a software developer, so the subject is I. To identify the predicate, find out what the subject is or does. What do? I work as a software developer. Hence, work as a software developer is the predicate. Nitin studies at XYZ University. In the second example, the sentence is talking about Nitin. Hence, the subject is Nitin. And what does Nitin do? He studies at XYZ University. Hence, the predicate is studies at XYZ University. Before we go ahead, I want to introduce you to three new grammar terms: the noun, the pronoun, and the verb. Let's first understand what nouns are. A noun is a word that refers to the name of a person, place, thing, or an animal. Let's look at some examples. Jacob, Chennai, resume. All these words are examples of nouns. Now have a look at the following example sentences. Jacob has spoken to me. In this example, Jacob is the name of a person and hence it is a noun. I have brought a printout of my resume. In this example, the word resume is a thing and hence is a noun. I have relocated from Chennai recently. In this example, the word Chennai is the name of a place and so it is a noun. Let's now understand what pronouns are. A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. Some of the commonly used pronouns include I, you, we, he, she, it, and they. Let's look at some examples. Let's say an interviewer asks you to introduce yourself and you say, "Good morning, I'm Vikram. Vikram is from Chennai." Although this sentence is grammatically correct, do you observe that there is something odd about it if you introduce yourself in this way to an interviewer? Instead of using Vikram again in the second sentence, it would sound much better if we use the word I. Now, let's have a look at the same sentence again. "Good morning, I'm Vikram. I'm from Chennai." In this example, the word I is what we refer to as a pronoun. Let us now look at another example. I am yet to collect the certificates from my college. My college has asked me to collect the certificates on Monday. Just like the previous example, although this sentence is correct grammatically, it sounds odd to use my college and certificates again in the second sentence. Have a look at the sentence after we have used a pronoun. I am yet to collect the certificates from my college. They have asked me to collect it on Monday. In this sentence, the word they is a pronoun and the word it is also a pronoun. Let us now understand what verbs are. In a sentence, a verb is a word or words that express an action or a state of being. Action verbs are quite easy to understand. Some of the examples of action verbs are work, read, play. Now have a look at these sentences. I worked till 7 p.m. on weekdays. In this sentence, the word work is a verb. I read many self-improvement books. In this sentence, the word read is the verb. I play chess on weekends. In this sentence, play is the verb. Let us now understand what are helping verbs. A helping verb helps a main verb express an action or a state. Here's a tip for you to remember. The helping verb always comes before the main verb. Let's have a look at some examples for helping verbs. I am working on the latest technologies. In this sentence, am is the helping verb and working is the verb. I have completed the online test. In this sentence, have is the helping verb and completed is the verb. She is going to meet me tomorrow. In this sentence, is the helping verb and going is the verb. Now that we've understood the basic concepts of a noun, a pronoun, and a verb, let us continue our discussion on the subject and the predicate. As I told you earlier, the subject tells us who or what the sentence is talking about. The subject is typically a noun or a pronoun. The predicate tells us what the subject is or does. The most important word in the predicate is the verb. So let's look at the examples we had discussed earlier. In the sentence, I work as a software developer. I is the subject, I being the pronoun here, and work as a software developer is the predicate, where the word work is the verb. In the sentence, Nitin studies at XYZ University. Nitin is the subject. Here, Nitin is the name of a person and hence is a noun, and studies at XYZ University is the predicate, where the word studies is the verb. Can you give me one example of a verb that you might use in your next interview? Leave it in the comments below. The basic requirement for a sentence is that it should have a subject and a verb. It should be able to stand on its own. Now have a look at the following example. Won an award. Here, the word won is a verb, which is an action. But can you identify the subject in this example? Who or what won an award? This example does not have a subject, and hence it's not a complete sentence. Have a look at this example. I won an award. Now in this sentence, the word I is the subject and the word won is the verb. As in this example, we have both a subject and a verb. It's a complete sentence. Alright, it's time to practice what we have learned. Can you identify the subject and the verb in these sentences? I organized many training sessions for my company. She asked me about the project. I travel by metro. I'm looking for a new opportunity. Was talking to one of the team members. Remember, to identify the subject, ask the question, who or what is the sentence talking about? And to identify a verb, ask the question, which word or words express an action or a state of being? Pause the video and try to identify the subject and verb in each of these sentences. When you're ready, let's look at the answers. In the first sentence, I organized many training sessions for my company. I is the subject and organized is the verb. In the second sentence, she asked me about the project. She is the subject and asked is the verb. In the third sentence, I'm looking for a new opportunity. I is the subject, am is the helping verb, and looking is the verb. In the fourth sentence, I travel by metro. I is the subject and travel is the verb. Now, in this last sentence, were you able to identify the subject and the verb? Was talking to one of the team members. In this sentence, we have a verb which is talking. We also have a helping verb which is was. But what is the subject? This sentence does not have a subject and hence cannot be considered as a complete sentence, or in other words, it cannot stand on its own. I will be uploading my new video in this series soon, so do remember to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. If you found this video useful, do give me a thumbs up. I've also created a step-by-step guide for freshers to help you answer the most commonly asked interview question, tell me about yourself. So if you would be interested in watching that video, you can click right here to watch that. If you think this video would help your friends who want to learn to speak English, do share it on your social networks. I hope you found this video useful and easy to understand. Remember, I'm making these videos to help you speak English well as soon as possible. So if you have any queries, suggestions or comments, do leave it in the comments section below and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon in my next video.